Now, she's one of the biggest selling female artists in Australia and a very proud mum.
We are talking, of course, about singing sensation Tina Arena, who's just released a new album. Welcome, Tina. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day to everyone watching.
Now,
Hope they're all getting breakfast in bed this morning. Is all I
You're
can
up
say.
early on Mother's Day.
Oh, I've been up early all week.
What about you, though? You're separated from little Gabriel this morning.
Yeah, it's not Mother's Day till September, I think, in France. So it's okay. I usually get spoiled that day.
Yeah.
It's fun.
What's it like to come home these days? Because you're so big and so entrenched in France these days.
I've always loved coming home. It doesn't matter. And I think I probably love coming home now more than ever, being a mum and having spent so many years away and travelling and being away from families. You know, it's also a sacrifice as well, you know, not having any familiarity around, and it's a price to pay for that.
Yeah.
How
and
often do you get to come back?
I've been fortunate enough to come back 3 times in the last 6 months, so I get back as quickly as I can. You know, and as often as I can.
Tina, we'll talk about your new album in a moment, but let's go back a little ways, because we're talking about the 80s.
How far back? Because there's a few decades there.
I was just thinking this morning about Young Talent Time, because if you ask people around, they all had their favourites on the show.
Yeah.
If Young Talent Time was being held today, someone would get voted off every week. So the big question to you is, who would have been last person standing on Young Talent Time?
Oh, goodness me, I have no idea. That's a very difficult question to
It's a lot of pressure on
answer.
these modern contestants.
Yeah, a kind of pressure that I kind of feel is a little unnecessary. That's why I think Young Talent Time was beautiful. You know, it was a different time. It was a different approach, and socially we were different too in the 70s. So
When you look at this, does that feel like a million years ago or just yesterday?
yeah, it feels like a while ago. It still moves me though, which is a beautiful thing to be able to say. It's something it's a past that I'm particularly proud of and grateful to have lived.
Well, it gave a gentle showcase and a wide audience to so many young, talented people in our country. It was week after week after week of practice.
And also, you know, watching them grow as well and, you know, evolve and it was just it was a beautiful time, and to be able to see that human evolution over a period of time was a great thing, because which is not what you actually see today when you watch the X Factors and so forth. They're wonderful concepts that have worked for a particular purpose. They've served a purpose.
Sure.
And many of you are still doing so well. I mean, Kylie and Danny are, you know, right up there, particularly Danny lately, and you living over in Paris now. Did you think that would be your path, that you would end up living overseas?
Funny, I always had a sneaking suspicion that I would travel, because I've always enjoyed travelling, and I love languages, and I've always been attracted to different cultures and learning about different cultures. So I always knew that I would get out there, and I think it's because of that very reason that I've been able to, you know, broaden the old horizons, and, you know, and it's given me great depth, I think, as a person. It makes me appreciate where I come from a lot. So,
Tina, you mentioned evolution. Tell us about your latest product. How have you evolved with this album?
well, I think the thing is that, you know, there's never really been any live documentation of me. There was a live DVD that was done quite a few years ago now. It was the first one, and this one is kind of really the second thing that I've done. And it's just it was some footage that was taken of a show at Hamer Hall, and it was just a way of saying thank you to the fans, because they were always saying, you know, there's never anything, we can't ever find anything on you except for YouTube. And so I wanted to document that tour, because it was really special. The Songs of Love and Loss project was a very special project. It enabled me to pay tribute to great singers and songwriters, and I really wanted to capture it on film.
Well, this would be a good Mother's Day present.
You betcha.
Cam, have you
Did that
bought your
occur to
mum
you,
anything?
Tina, that maybe Mother's Day would be a good gift there?
Oh, I you know, my mother loves me, but I think she's looking forward to the practicalities of the gift as opposed to the dust collector.
Well, I might take this then, if that's okay with you, Cam.
Yeah, you can have that one.
Mum, it's coming your way.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us this morning, Tina.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
Thank
Happy
you.
Mother's Day to your mum, too.